Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Melissa. So you guys, there is money in our ready to assign section up here. We got paid, so we need to budget this money. Stay tuned. All right, you guys, thank you so much for clicking on this video. We are working with $3,746.96. This is money that hubby and I receive for paychecks. And there's also some money in here that I made on Instacart. So there's $415.98. This was money I made hustling. So as you can see, I went through and I already approved all the transaction in some of the accounts and I did reconcile. So the only thing that's coming in here that shows with this white dot over in the corner is money that came or went in my primary account. So my primary account, I paid a payment to my Chase card for $90.37. That has linked. And I also made a payment to my Apple card for $58.39. All right, so that's it. I don't have anything else to assign. I don't have anything else to tell you guys as far as transactions go. I will come in and go over the transaction when I show you guys what was spent so far. Okay, so that was it, you guys. There is nothing else to approve. All of my accounts has been reconciled as far as I can see here. So let's just go in. We do have some expenses to cover because there's some overspent here. There's 9 categories that I have overspent in. So I did roll with the punches in a few of my transactions in the middle of this pay period, but I did not, find the money for all of them first. And lately I've been thinking I have been Ynabbing the wrong way when it comes to certain things. There are 4 simple rules of Ynab. The first rule is to give every dollar a job, and I have that down pat. I usually budget down to 0. I usually don't have any money hanging out, not having a place to go sit. Okay. Rule number 2 is to embrace your true expenses. So for me, I am trying my best right now to embrace my true expenses, and your true expense is like your sinking funds. So if anybody is not familiar with sinking funds, this is you planning ahead for something that you know is going to happen. So you want to pay your car insurance every 6 months if that's when you renew. So you start saving a little bit each month, and it kind of lessens the blow that you get to your budget or to your pocket, to your bank account. So that would be car insurance, renter's insurance if you pay it, yearly, annual subscriptions and memberships, like my BJ subscription down here. I'm going to jump into my true expenses, my BJ subscription. I just signed up for the annual subscription for the debt payoff planner and also for Ynab. So as of next month, because I did pay for those in the month of June, so as of July moving forward, I'm going to start saving a little bit each month. So on here, like my Capital One annual fee, that fee is $39 per year, and Ynab have me saving $3.90 per month. So that is what true expenses are. So rule number 3 is for you to roll with the punches. And rolling with the punches is just sounds like that. You're going with the flow. So when you do budget your money, say for instance, you budget $200 for groceries. And for me, groceries and household is separate. So if you budget $200 for groceries and $100 for household, if it so happened that you go over your grocery budget, you can always roll with the punches and take some money from household or any other category that you have some available money in. So that way you are not, putting money on a credit card, put it that way, because you already had budgeted out your expenses and you're just taking from another expense. So in Ynab, it's like a cash envelope system digitally, and you can, if you were using physical cash, you could just go into another envelope and take that cash out. It's the same thing with Ynab, but without physical cash. Okay, so that's rule number 3. And rule number 4 is for you to age your money. And as you can see here, there's 7 days Aging your money, anything over 30 days is great. That means you're using last month's money to pay this month's bills, not this month's money to pay this month's bills, right? So for me, that's the paycheck to paycheck thing. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm hoping to get to the point where I can pay July's bills with June's money, and so on and so forth. So, my goal is to age my money over 30 days, not just in the physical up here where you see the age of money of 7 days, but just, using last month's money to pay this month's bills. Okay, so those are the 4 rules of Ynab. It's pretty simple. But for me, my expenses are way more than my income. So I always find myself in trouble, find myself putting things on credit cards, and that is the cycle I'm trying to break. So I think I've been Ynabbing a little bit wrong when it comes to rule number 3. Because rolling with the punches, you're supposed to find the money first. So say, for instance, my eating out budget is at $2. And I feel like I need to buy myself a bagel. And the bagel's going to cost me $5. The minute I make the decision to get a bagel, I should find the additional $3 first before going to go get the bagel. But for me, what I do in my mind, I say to myself, okay, Melissa, you have $3 you could take from your personal fund and you could go ahead and get the bagel. But I don't go into Ynab and put that in, which I need to. So I think moving forward, I'm going to do a little bit better when it comes to rolling with the punches. So all right, that's enough about the rules. Let's go ahead and talk about this money. So in the 9 overspent category, I have clothes and shoes in the my babies section. So I did buy my son a pants and 2 shirts. And because I had some rewards on the account, I only paid $2.10. So this is coming out of ready to assign. Other kids expense. So this is for my little one. I ended up buying her some additional clothes. And the reason why I did that was it was her birthday on the 14th. I got her some stuff from TJ Maxx and I also got her some stuff from Marshall's. So I am overspent $108.85. I have to take that out of ready to assign because there's nowhere else for that money to come from. Car fuel, I have been Instacarting, so I use a lot more gas because Instacart, I go into the store, I purchase the groceries for a customer, and I do have to deliver it to the customer's door. So for that, it's costing me a lot more in gas. So $45 and a penny was something that was not budgeted for, so I'm going to have to cover that from ready to assign. So eating out, I am overspent by $20.74. This is because we've been on the road a lot. And been on the road meaning we're outside hustling. And because we're side hustling, we're on the road a lot, so we eat on the road. And I think that's counterproductive because I am trying to make the extra money, but then it's coming out in a different way. It's coming out in eating out. The only good thing is that our grocery budget is not as high as it was before. So far for the month of June, I have $238.14 in eating out. But if you look down here, my grocery is at $392.83. So total, it's about $600 between both, which is not bad when it comes down to food, right? So I'm going to cover this eating out over this overspent eating out of ready to assign. And the same for the groceries of $96.09. That's coming out of ready to assign. Household goods, I have overspent this category by $14.06. And what I'm going to show you is that there is no other available money anywhere for it to come from. I only have money in true expenses. And these credit cards was what I just, cover certain expenses with just now. The only other thing that I had was the after school. And I didn't want to mess with that. So let's cover that household expense out of ready to assign. Unexpected spending of $4.35. I am also going to cover this out of ready to assign. So all of these are coming out of ready to assign, you guys. I can't do any better. Credit card expense, their credit card interest, there's $82.73. So this is because my Discover card closed and this is the amount of interest they charged me. So I'm going to cover that out of ready assign. I usually don't cover it, but what I'm going to do this time around is cover it now, and that payment that's going to be applied is going to go towards next month's minimum payment. Birthdays, this is something that's in the true expense because you get a birthday every year, and I do have children and they do also get a birthday, so I am buying things. So this birthday is overspent by $80.02. I did get my daughter some balloons at the party shop, and Lord knows, $42.77. So my happy self went into the store and I was like, can I get that balloon and this balloon? And it was just a number 4 balloon and also a happy birthday balloon. And they do put the helium in there on site. And it cost me $42. I was not happy. When she said that, I almost walked out the store. And then I picked up my daughter, the little one, a birthday cake for her birthday for $37.25. And this cake was a small 8-inch. I think it was just 8 inches of ice cream cake. For $40, oh my God. So let's just cover that out of the ready to assign. This wasn't something that was planned for. But then I'm going to let me address this other point that I wanted to make. Unexpected spending has been my crutch for a long time. And I think that I won't be using that category as much as I did in previous months because I want to know what exactly I'm spending the money on. So I am breaking a lot of things out into categories. So I was using the unexpected spending because every time I go over budget or buy something that wasn't budgeted for, I put it into unexpected expense. And that's not cool. Not for me. It's not cool anymore. So I have created different categories, and every time I go ahead and I buy something that I would otherwise consider an unexpected expense because it's not budgeted, I'm going to put it in its, category. Whatever category it's supposed to go in, I'm going to put it there. All right, so you guys, out of the $3,700, we're now down to $3,293.01. So now I'm going to budget this money. HP Inc., I'm going to right off the bat snooze this target. I should have done it already because I'm not budgeting anything else, or I'm not budgeting anything in this category for this month because I already paid the subscription for the month of June. Google Cloud, I don't need any additional money in here. It was only for $2.16. My target is $3. I should just change that to be what it is, but let's just snooze that. Renter's insurance, I'm not thinking I'm going to put anything here. We'll see how we can move some money around later on in this pay period before the month is over and see if I could cover this. Right now, I'm not choosing to. iCloud storage has been paid. I have a penny left. SiriusXM. I need to pay SiriusXM, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to underfund this for $727. My cell phone is going to be not $300. It is actually $284.32. And so reason being, I paid off my Apple Watch, so the bill has gone down. We have 2 cell phones left to pay, which is my cell phone and hubby's cell phone. And once those are paid off, we're good to go. So I'm going to snooze this target because I don't need more than the $284.32. Internet, I'm going to underfund this for the $123. And subscriptions, I already snoozed that target. Next up is the My Babies category, after school. So I did speak with the billing person at the after school program, and I was told that I have a credit of $25. So I don't know what happened. I guess my accounting was wrong, or maybe their accounting was wrong, but they're telling me that there is a credit of $25. There is 2 invoices that she has to add to it. And once she adds those 2 invoices to it, it's going to be a total of $40. And I'm only going to owe them $15 to be trued up for the rest of the school year. I don't know how that went. I'm going to have to go back and check my billing and check my payments to see if we're agreeing. But I'm not complaining. I will only owe $15. But I'm going to leave this $40 here if something comes up. The babysitter will need $220. So I'm going to go ahead and put $220 here. And this will be the last payment for her. for a little while, you guys, because the kids are leaving on Saturday, which is in 3 days, and I will only need to pay her till Friday. So the next week I won't need the additional 220, so I'm gonna go ahead and snooze this target also. Braces is fully spent. Child support, I need to go ahead and fully fund this, so we need another 263 in this one, so let's go ahead and do that. Clothes and shoes for the kids, I'm not planning to do anything else right now. I need to speak to hubby and see what we need to do. Fund money and allowance for the kids, nothing for now. Gifts, nothing for them for now. Haircuts, I think I'm gonna make it through with my son with his hair for the next 2 weeks. When he comes back from Florida, we're gonna have to get his hair cut before he goes to Jamaica. So this will be something we need to budget for in the month of July. Toys and activities, nothing, and other kids' expense. I'm not putting anything else in this category. This one is gonna go bye-bye in the month of July. Next category up is the transportation. My auto loan is already fully paid. I wish I could put the half of payment over into there, but I actually can't right now because there's a lot more things to be covered. So, car insurance, I need to snooze this. I don't need any additional money. Car fuel, let's go ahead and put $50 in here. I need to get additional fuel. Okay, next up is maintenance and repairs. I'm going to snooze this. I don't think I'm going to put this $1 that the target is asking for. I made this up and I don't know. I need to change this target. Usually I'm not the one to pay for the maintenance and the repairs on the vehicle. Hubby usually pays that out of his personal money. Parking fees, I don't think I have to do anything there. And tolls, nothing there. Next up is the everyday spending category, copay and meds. As you can see, copay is by itself up here. I have split them back out because for some reason, there's a lot of copays coming up and there's a lot of meds. And I want to be able to tell them separately. Like at the end of the year, I want to know how much I pay in copay and I want to know how much I pay in meds. So I don't have any more doctor's appointment coming up for the rest of the month. So we're not going to budget anything. Eating out, I am going to put an additional, let's put an additional $25 here. I don't know what I'm going to do with $25, but let's just put that there. Groceries, let's go ahead and budget an additional $100 here. Hopefully that will be able to get us through for the rest of the month. Giving, I'm not budgeting anything. Heating oil, I'm not budgeting anything. Household goods, I'm going to only budget $20 here. I'm not sure I need to get anything household goods wise. Medication, I think I have all the medications that I need to have for the rest of the month. Personal spending, I'm going to go ahead and snooze this target because I won't be using this category anymore because I have created a personal category group for myself. I pulled it back out. Propane, nothing. Reimbursements, nothing. Unexpected spending. So reimbursement is a new. So propane, nothing. Reimbursement, I put this in here just in case I have to pay anything and hubby's going to reimburse me or someone else is going to reimburse me. I have its own category for that. Unexpected spending, this one will be used when there is something out of the blue that doesn't fit in any of my categories. And even then, I may just create a category for that. But for right now, I'm going to leave it in this. I'm going to leave it for now. Weekly rollover, we'll leave that there also. Okay, next up is the personal section. So I have put 4 categories in here. One for attire. That's going to be anything clothes and shoes for myself because I already have a clothes and shoes for the kids. I want to be able to separate them. Braids and things is anything for my hair. And this is also going to serve for my girls' hair also because I do their hair myself. So anything hair gel, anything that I need will come into this category. Pedicure is self-explanatory and spend how I want. I don't know when I'll be using this category, but I put it in here just in case. Next up is the main focus. Student loan is already fully paid and spent, one main. I'm going to put half of the payment in here. I don't think I'm making it to $600 this month. So $254 is the second half of what my minimum payment is. Lending club, I'm going to go ahead and underfund this one. This is to come out on Friday, one half of the payment, of the monthly payment, that is. And credit card interest, I usually don't budget for that. In the credit card section, I don't have anything due for Marcus, Discover, Mattress Firm, Famous Footwear, but Carter's, I'm going to put $30 here. That is due on the 21st. Chase has been paid. I do have monies to pay to it here. Capital One, number 1 and number 2, I don't have anything coming up. And my Apple Card, I have to pay $29.90 to that. Okay, travel category, I'm not putting anything in here. We'll play it by ear. We really don't need spending money for the kids going to see their grandparents, so we'll see how that goes. And the tickets, I still have a couple payments coming in. I only have 2 more of $444.98, and hubby is responsible for paying those. So they're not due yet. I think I have another 6 days before the next payment is due, and hubby will be sending money over to cover that one. And the next 2 categories are true expense and my save up. I'm not putting anything in those 2 categories right now. So the $1,387 that's left, I'm going to jump over into the month of July because I wanted to put half the rent, which what I ended up doing with rule number 3 was that I took some money out of the rent for the month of July. So I'm going to put this full amount here into the rent category, and I'm going to still need, I'll tell you in a second, I'll still need $112.80. I will figure out how to hustle that money up, or I will ask hubby. So we've been doing pretty good lately with, coming up with money when we need it, and thank the Lord for that, because sometimes I don't know how we pull through, but we do. So because the kids are leaving, we may not need all the grocery money, and we may not need all the household money because it's just going to be hubby and I. He's side hustling, I'm going to be side hustling. So we may not need all that money, but I'm not going to bank on that. So far, you guys, that's what it is. I have followed rule 1, which is to give every dollar a job, because now I'm down to $0. And that's what it is, you guys. I'm going to continue to see if I can, keep following the 4 rules. And my biggest thing is to find the money first before I spend. I usually do consult my budget, but I need to find the money first, put the money there before I spend. Okay, so that is going to be my focus for the rest of this month. And then that's it. So you guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe. I would love for you to follow along with my journey. And before you go, please don't forget to like and to comment. I love to chit chat with you guys in the comments. So until next time, you guys, that's what it is. And I hope you guys have a nice weekend. Bye now.